Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we are the Office Blokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
True factual statement. A thing it's been described as by two people.
Phenomenon is what I've heard.
Do.
I think it's a thing.
It's a thing. It is a thing.
So
What else?
right, two people.
What else is a thing, Mike?
I think also is Patreon. We've got a Patreon channel, so go to look at patreon.com. Put in Office Blokes React. Go down there. If you've got to support the channel, it'd be absolutely amazing. Tier starting just £1.50. And coming this week, we are starting to put 2 exclusive reaction videos on there, as well as the other channel. Members channel.
Channel membership.
Channel membership. Same thing. It's the same thing. Channel membership.
Channel membership's on YouTube.
That's right.
Patreon's on Patreon.
Patreon's on Patreon. Yeah.
You have to go down to youtube.com.
All right. Is that where it is?
Or just click the link below.
Yeah.
There's already over 100 exclusive videos on Patreon that aren't on YouTube.
Wow, it's a lot.
There you go. Insert that into your speech next time. 100.
Just have done.
100. Right then, US testing super advanced $1 billion drone on US aircraft carriers.
You know what fascinates me about these drone pilots?
The fact that they're using an Xbox controller.
Yeah, they sit in like Washington or somewhere or wherever they are and controlling a drone that's taking off in like Afghanistan.
It's bad, isn't it?
And I'm like,
It is.
look at this.
It's crazy, isn't it? Technology
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
You just got to detach from it being a real thing and see it as a computer game, I guess.
You have.
Because like you said with your drone,
Yeah.
you want to watch the drone as you're flying it.
Yeah.
But if you were playing a PlayStation and you were doing a mission on Call of Duty where you've got a drone, you're playing a computer game, you're looking at the screen, and you'd have to get in that mind frame.
Yeah. I guess it's a generational thing because my kids look at the screen
Yeah.
or put the goggles on
Yeah.
and watch it through that. Whereas
Right.
I'm like, I've got the goggles like just off my eyes like that sort of thing. And I'm looking at trying to do
Sort of
both.
physically looking at it rather
Yeah.
than... Right, yeah.
I think because drones are very expensive. I mean, nothing like this.
No,
one.
just a bit.
But that's why I'd want to keep one eye on it just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you spend so much money on it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this one is a bit more advanced than
It's a
yours.
big thing
Oh,
these days,
yeah.
isn't it? Drones are just coming into their own, aren't they now?
I mean, I've got a
Especially
Bosch drone,
those
but it's
drones.
nothing like this. You know what I mean?
Just a little notch down from it.
Yeah.
They've got a drone that can decide if it wants to shoot a target or not, and it can engage a target without human interaction, can't it?
Wow.
Yeah, but it's
I've
just
not seen that one,
This
but-
is just 100% fascinating for me how they do it.
Yeah.
And the technology behind all this is just staggering.
Oh,
It's
it is.
crazy, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Of course it is, yeah.
You think the ramifications of one of them dropping behind enemy lines and getting captured as well for the technology.
Well, perfectly plausible, isn't it? Could still get shot down, couldn't they, I suppose? But
I'm sure they've got a self-destruct button somewhere.
Yeah.
Must
more
have.
than likely, yeah.
Let's do it then. US testing its super advanced $1 billion drone on US aircraft carriers.
$1 billion.
Let's do it.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. Over the past 20 years, militaries worldwide have invested heavily in drone technology. In 2011, Northrop Grumman introduced the top-secret X-47B, an unmanned aerial combat vehicle boasting some very impressive capabilities.
Ah,
Wow.
wait a minute, that's an unmanned aircraft.
Looks like it, yeah.
It looked like it the way she was narrating
What?
over it.
It looks like one of those like stealth bombers, but
Yeah,
a little
It did.
version of
It's
it,
a right
doesn't it?
beast, that did, didn't it, eh? Wow.
God, imagine that. Imagine unwrapping that on Christmas Day. Got your drone, mate. Oh, look at that. Can I fly it? No.
Yeah, have you seen the videos of it's in the Ukraine where they're flying little drones over the Russian soldiers and just dropping single bombs? I've seen loads of those videos on
Yeah,
TikTok. At
yeah.
first I didn't know what it was, but it's from the camera perspective, and then you just see something get dropped. But then I saw another TikTok of the soldiers actually prepping one, and it's just a drone about that big
Yeah.
with a little lever on it, and they have a live bomb of some variety
Yeah.
and just fly over enemy lines and just go click.
Drops
Just
Wow.
drop it in the
I suppose from a
bunkers.
certain height, certain size are probably pretty quiet as well, aren't they, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at these programmable drones now that do like light
The-
displays in
yeah,
the night and all
yeah.
that's proper.
Oh, they're
you know.
amazing, aren't
I
they?
mean, I know this is
Yeah.
military source. This is different league against all. I get that. I understand
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying the technology with drones now is just incredible,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Yeah.
Won't be long before we're getting deliveries. Right, my drones.
No, it's been mooted, hasn't it?
I won't.
Won't be long. You won't.
You-
Yours will crash. Yours would be like that coming from somewhere.
I did see a video of it was a takeaway delivery service, but it was like a robot on
New
tracks.
York, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then someone just kicked it over and just took the food.
It was like only in New York, wasn't it? Something like that.
Designed to be operated from an aircraft carrier, the X-47B is 38 feet long, but boasts a wingspan of 62 feet.
Wow.
This gives the vehicle an appearance not unlike the stealth bomber or stealth fighter of the previous generation.
There's your UFO sighting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In order to save space aboard the ship, the aircraft incorporates folded wing technology.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And while it can be used to fulfill many roles, it is first and foremost a combat vehicle.
Almost disappears into the sky, doesn't
In
it?
fact,
Yeah.
it boasts 2 weapons bays capable of delivering 4,500 pounds of the ordnance, all without putting American pilots at risk.
I wonder if that landing system's automated.
The
Could be,
X-47B
yeah.
is the first drone plane to take off and land from a moving aircraft carrier successfully.
Imagine that pilot was shitting himself.
I was going to say, yeah, or if it was automated, especially if it's coming into land. I mean, you're landing on an aircraft carrier worth billions and billions of dollars. It's got to be right on it.
Drone's worth $1 billion, it says, doesn't it?
Well, on its own,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But obviously, clearly, there's extensive testing, probably on land, didn't there, before they let it anywhere near an aircraft carrier. But yeah, a lot at stake.
Yeah, I
though.
don't think the junior's getting that
No,
job.
I
you know
wouldn't
what
have
I mean?
thought so.
It's
No.
my first day. What do you want me to do?
We've got this
Grab
drone.
Land that on that.
The stealth technology and stuff is insane as well,
Oh, it's
isn't it? Just the
incredible.
shapes that they make things, and it's mind-boggling, the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely
Really is.
incredible.
Look at it, though. Looks so, like, futuristic, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
of course.
Yeah, this is mint.
Using the same arresting hook system as other aircraft, the X-47B can perform picture-perfect landings repeatedly. One of the other things that make the X-47B so versatile is its aerial refueling capabilities.
Wow.
In fact, it's the first drone to interface with a refueling tanker in mid-air successfully.
What if they've got a thingy that shakes the nozzle like that at the end?
How does he pay? Where's the booth he has to go and pay in?
Though it already boasts a range of 2,400 miles, the ability to refuel without landing means that the X-47B can theoretically stay aloft for days or even weeks at a time. This is because there is no human component to be considered. As the Navy and Army continue to embrace the potential of unmanned aircraft, pilots may soon find themselves spending much more time out of harm's way.
Out of a job, you mean?
Yeah.
More like it, yeah.
Someone's got to fly him.
True.
But instead of some
Yeah.
proper combat pilot that can stand 9G in a corner, it'll be
Yeah.
some little nerd in his basement, though. It'll be a complete different breed, won't it?
They'll still have the requirements for the.
I guess
for
you
the
should have to be
regular
a
aircraft.
proper pilot, wouldn't you,
Yeah.
until we let you loose with a control or something like that.
Yep.
It's just such an alien-looking thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It is.
Though the U.S. Air Force has also embraced drone technology, naval admirals seem to be much more enamored with the potential of these vehicles. Being out at sea and having to deal with threats from above, below, and at surface level, it makes sense that aircraft carriers would want to patrol the vicinity with drones. That's where the MQ-8 comes in.
Is that a drone as well?
Yeah, it must be.
Just a slight side note, you know video, don't you, Dave?
Sometimes.
How does that show up that going round really slow? Is it just that... Well, sometimes you see it, don't you, on certain clips where the rotors obviously going full speed, but they just look like they're going really slowly.
You generally film in 24 or 25 frames a second.
Yeah.
So that's like, say, 25 pictures a second the image is made up of. That might rotate 100 times a second. Or, it's to do with how out of time it is with how many pictures it's taking.
Ah, right, okay.
It's the same with wheels spinning. If you can match the frame rate, it can look like a wheel's not spinning.
Yeah.
And it's the same with that.
Same theory. Yeah, interesting.
Another Northrop Grumman innovation. This autonomous helicopter drone is known affectionately as the Fire Scout. Fully loaded with fuel, it can stay aloft for 8 hours at a time, using powerful sensors to increase situational awareness for the shipboard crew. Though typically used for reconnaissance only, some models have been outfitted with APKWS rocket systems, should they encounter any potential threats. However, the real benefit of the MQ-8 is the ability to patrol at 130 miles per hour, despite being only 24 feet long. The MQ-8C, on the other hand, boasts a much bigger profile. In fact, it is nearly the same size as a manned helicopter and boasts some drastically improved capabilities over its smaller counterpart.
So bizarre seeing it all in one colour with no glass and just featureless.
It's odd.
How
really
come we're
odd.
not using these in our combat against migration coming across the channel? We're sending boats out to deal with it. Why don't we just send drones out?
I don't suppose they can do anything, can they, the drones?
They can
Can't stop them. Oh, yeah, they can spot them, can't they? But I think they know they're coming anyway, don't they? It's just stopping them on the other side, isn't it? On the
cost, isn't it?
On the French side.
Fire guns at them.
For instance, the C model can move at 160 miles per hour and reach ceilings of 20,000 feet. It can also carry 2,950 pounds of weapons, ordnance, or cargo, making it an excellent way to support troops in the field.
Brilliant, that.
Yeah.
You think about extraction missions that have gone wrong. Like the one they made the movie out of that was the Navy SEALs. And someone shot an RPG into I think it was a Chinook with another team.
Black Hawk Down.
No, I think it was Afghanistan, and it killed like 20 Navy SEALs or something. It was, it was like a really, really bad one.
Yeah.
You think of something like this turning up instead, and everyone's just got like ropes on and a carabiner, and then that just comes in under fire, and everyone clips and just straight up takes you out of the combat zone. It's not putting pilots or further soldiers at risk.
Yeah.
Still going to be under fire, though, aren't you?
Oh no, but that thing
hanging fire.
You can probably armour that better, so that'd be safe. And if you're under fire and you can't get out anyway, might be the best option. Clip and just go up.
Well, that'd come up and give you sort of like support, wouldn't it? So that'd start firing back.
Potentially.
Sort of like, and then dropping any kind of like aid that you might need.
Yeah.
Or weapons.
Which is a really good part of it, where you can, for sort of arming and redeploying sort of like supplies and things like that.
This is why if you fuck with the USA with military sort of like expertise, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is scratching the surface, this, isn't it?
Done. You've got too much technology.
Yeah.
I'm sure China and Russia have got similar sort of things, but I'm not sure about. For me, it doesn't come across like Russia certainly hasn't. What I've seen of Russia's military, with what's going on, not even close to being anywhere near something like this.
Nowhere near.
No, the thing is, no one spends the money that the US do either.
That's
so
why they're at
goes
the
to show.
forefront
That's
of
why-
military technology, aren't they? Because they spend, way above them all.
Yeah.
Probably everyone else put together on it.
I think China spend a lot, don't they?
they
I
do.
think
Yeah.
China do as well, but not as much as the US. I think they're definitely at the forefront.
I think some countries value human life a lot less, though. So places like Russia and China are going to throw
North
bodies.
Korea.
Yeah, they throw bodies at the situation rather than technology. And I think the States, and I think we're the same. We're thinking, how can we advance the technology to save as many of our lives as possible,
Yeah, I suppose
and
so.
still be formidable and still win
Yeah.
wars?
Yeah.
So you
This
see,
is great to see these like this.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
see the Russians with the Ukraine at the moment, and they're sending people out without guns, and without sleeping bags, and without any equipment.
Give me a
Bizarre.
Chinese burn. Arrest, or I'm going to carry on.
But it's that thing they did in the Second World War as well. If when the guy next to you gets shot, you pick up his rifle. It's like that's not how you win wars.
No,
is it really?
Yeah.
In fact, one of its primary applications is as an anti-submarine weapon. Since it can hover above the water's surface, it can more easily identify underwater threats and use depth charges to deal with them. The MQ-8C has already seen extensive use in a number of arenas, and it's a common sight at military air bases on land as well. Despite the introduction of these new models, the MQ-9 remains the workhorse drone of the American military. For more than 20 years now, the Reaper has been supporting troops on the ground, participating in covert reconnaissance missions, and even working to destroy enemy convoys, while being controlled by a pilot from the safety of a military base far from the scene of action.
I, as a pilot, my primary role is to get the aircraft where it needs to be. That way he can utilize the camera on the bottom side of the aircraft to exploit our targets, find the bad guys, and make sure the good guys can come home safely, right? So, as we're running around, as we're searching, we have about 16 hours of flight time, so we can stay airborne for a long time. What we also carry on the other side of the aircraft is the capability to carry up to 4 500-pound bombs, or 2 bombs and then 4 Hellfires.
Of course, the military's mission is not all about weapons and warfare. In many cases, drones are needed to monitor a body of water for illegal fishing, smuggling activity, or even to perform climate-based tests. In this case, the Navy or Coast Guard may employ the Saildrone Explorer, an unmanned, solar-powered vessel that can remain in the ocean for up to 12 months without intervention.
Wow.
That
That is right. That is. I've never even heard of that.
no, I had no idea. 12 months out at sea doing reconnaissance missions.
That's what I'm saying. Get one of them just going across the English Channel,
Yeah.
up and down, just parade. Get 5 of them parading up and down.
Wow.
I don't think the incentive's there, or the budgets.
Budget's there, yeah.
The hull of the ship is 23 feet long and features a powerful solar sail that stands 15 feet high. From mapping the ocean floor to tracking fish and mammal activity, each Saildrone Explorer is outfitted with equipment and technology to perform a specific job, beaming all the relevant data back to a central location in real time. Now that drone technology has officially exploded onto the scene, militaries all around the world are looking into just how much they can do with unmanned vehicles. In fact, the U.S. Marines recently tested a remote jeep, or ground unmanned support surrogate, in Hawaii. This vehicle is designed to operate via sensors and can do its duty both with and without a driver. Obviously, the idea of being able to navigate a battlefield situation without a human in control has huge applications. However, only time will tell if remote technology will ever be able to fully replace combat troops.
But it will.
I disagree.
Still, the prospect of reducing or removing wartime casualties is sure to keep engineers focused on improving drone technology for years to come. That's the end of this video.
That was great.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, really interesting.
Yeah, I don't think you can fight or win a war without boots on the ground. I don't, without humans being involved.
Maybe not entirely, because humans are in. If you're going into certain countries, then you are going to deal with human beings.
You
aren't
need, you need on the floor
opposition, but-
representation. For
Yeah.
sure. They're all like just for sort of like takeover
Yeah.
sort of thing.
You
Yeah,
do.
security. You look
Yeah.
at what happened in Afghanistan when they left, and as
What
soon as the
happened in Iraq.
troops were gone, Taliban just took over and did whatever
Yeah,
they
you
wanted.
can't do day-to-day tasks like that with drones. But
No.
I mean, I think you're right. There's certain battlefield scenarios where you
Yeah.
think you could probably actually do all the shooting and stuff with drones, but
Significant
but then,
amount of it.
Yeah,
for
But then
sure.
again, you've got to have something to shoot at as well, haven't you? If there's no
Yeah.
soldiers there to shoot at, then what you're fighting?
Yeah, that's
No.
it. Drones v drones,
Bridges.
but then you need to figure out a way of attacking where the drones are being flown from.
Yeah,
So then the war changes entirely. doesn't it?
exactly. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, but yeah,
Really, really impressive
Yeah,
stuff,
it
though,
was.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Just goes to show the future of the military.
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Technology makes such a massive part of it now, doesn't
That
it?
yacht, the one they had, the yacht on the sea, that was like that tracks fish and everything. It
Yeah.
maps the
Maps the
bottom
ground,
of it,
the seabed and everything.
They really are going to have huge no fish zones on Earth one day, because you get private companies buying one of them and just monitoring where all the fish are, and then you just sail out there, scoop up all the fish, and then that's it. But you
Well,
think-
I think a lot of them do have sonar already, though, don't they? To be fair.
yeah, but not for. You can't just go. That thing could just be in the sea forever, and then you
Yeah.
just send a boat out when you find.
I know
a
what you mean.
massive school of
That
fish.
going around finding them while they're on
Yeah.
shore,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I get what you mean by that.
Yeah,
now.
so it'd just be
Could be a decimate
decimate
market
the
there,
fish
Dave.
stock. I wouldn't want someone to do it.
Well, that depends
Decimate
how
the
many
fish
people are
stocks.
eating fish, though, doesn't it?
A lot. We don't like fish, but I like fish. I had sushi at the weekend. Just saying.
Fair enough.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.